Hi Farm to Family members, welcome to Just Roots YouTube channel where we are unboxing our monthly CSAs or farm shares. We just want to share a quick update about our kitchen support hours. We are offering these open hours where you can sign in to Zoom or Google Meet or give us a call, and you can book time to chat with one of our staff members about recipes, storage tips, tricks, and more for cooking the items in your box. If you don't have questions and you just want to sign on and share some recipes or what you've been up to, we're here. We'd love to talk with you. We'll be sending out fridge magnets shortly, and you can find links to book us for Kitchen Talk support hours in your newsletter. All right, let's get down to business. It's May. April showers bring asparagus. So I'm so excited about this short season crop, but we've also got wonderful things in our box like Yukon potatoes, Macintosh apples, my favorite, baby spring mix, tomato puree, yellow onions, carrots, plum tomatoes, zucchini, and green peppers. We're going to go over some unique recipes for the items in this month's share, and we'll demo and discuss some storage and prep tips. Here we go. Okay, so check it out. Asparagus is grown from crowns, or underground root systems, seen here. We eat the stem and the flower of this plant, and here in this video it's seen grown in my garden. This is how it's harvested. It's a short season crop, so I love to try to freeze it for a later date, and no blanching required. But there's nothing better than fresh asparagus, so treasure it while you can. If you've ever wondered why does my pee smell when I eat asparagus, when asparagus is digested, asparagustic acid gets broken down into sulfur-containing byproducts. Sulfur in general is not very pleasant to smell, and when you pee, the sulfur byproducts evaporate almost immediately, which causes you to smell that unpleasant scent. In this video's description, you'll find a recipe for fresh asparagus omelets. I like to barely cook my asparagus, especially when they're fresh, and they're delicious raw, or almost raw. And you'll see a video of me cutting them into really thin rounds. That's how I like to do it for omelets. There's also a recipe for a cream of asparagus soup. You can use lots of herbs in there and make it dairy-free if you'd like. Or just check out this simple oven roasted asparagus recipe with grated lemon peel, or lemon zest, orange zest. Those are both great. And then we'll move into some raw dishes. This one is a simple, use your plum tomatoes and onions and some black olives with a little tangy vinaigrette dressing. It's super refreshing for summer and warmer temperatures. Typically, fresh asparagus is not tough and you don't have to peel it, but if you do have a little bit older asparagus, you're going to want to peel just the bottom if you're oven roasting or maybe even grilling them. And my favorite is to make a shaved raw asparagus salad. Try salt, pepper, olive oil, lemon, or maybe some vinegar. You can peel this with a grater and you can use the skins. I like to chop the little floret heads first and include those in the salad. And then I'll use like a grater like this and slice into like ribbons. And those actually, because they have some kind of acid on them, they break down well, they're really soft, and it makes for a delicious salad. Okay, on to carrots. The first recipe is a Chinese carrot rice cake. This is great for folks who are interested in like eating Asian cuisine. This is a great variation on the more common and traditional Chinese turnip cake made with daikon radish. This version uses carrots, which is more familiar, easy to find vegetable, and yields a similar texture and great color. Next up is this Malaysian carrot, potato, and tomato soup. You can use all those items in your box, and it's a simple soup. I love adding fish sauce and lime at the end. You can use chicken, shrimp, or you can make it vegetarian. Speaking of tomatoes, these are plum tomatoes, also known as paste tomatoes. They're classic tomatoes used for making sauces, juice, and tomato paste. But they're also just great for eating. If you've never simply halved and roasted plum tomatoes, please try it. They're fabulous on their own, on pizza, in pasta sauces, salads, and make for delicious fancy sandwiches. Try with garlic or garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Here's a recipe for roasted plum tomatoes, just the simple recipe from Martha Stewart. Italian roasted and stuffed plum tomatoes. And lastly, we have a plum tomatoes with balsamic vinaigrette, and this is a raw recipe. Zucchini is also known as courgette. It's a type of summer squash, and we've included a recipe for Burmese flavored zucchini fritters and a Lebanese stuffed zucchini recipe. Check those out. We have green peppers in our CSA, and we have a recipe for polished stuffed peppers. And you can use your tomato, onion, and green bell pepper in this simple Argentinian salsa. So good with some chips to enjoy on a nice and hot day. Apples! I like to keep my apples in the fridge to elongate their shelf life, and I added a recipe for apple rose puff pastries, which are actually easier to make than you'd think, and a savory apple recipe, which is thyme roasted apples and onions. The last item we're going to talk about in our box is our baby greens mix, and really, I'm sure you know what to do with this, but I just put in a recipe for a bright spring salad, and you can use whatever you have in your kit to make that salad. You can pickle some onions, you could use your apples in it, and it has a really easy lemony vinaigrette. Alright folks, thanks for sticking with us. Don't forget to check out our kitchen support hours if you're interested in talking about preparing some of the things in your share, and make sure to look at these recipes. They're right here in the video description. Thanks on behalf of Just Fruits, and we will see you next month.